Welcome to my channel, friends. And I really want to share with you that last night I was sitting at home and around midnight start thinking, why not to fly to Kaliningrad or Königsberg? And I just bought tickets. Really, just in the midnight, and in the morning I had already flight. And guys, here I am. I wanted to visit this city for so long, and I'm so happy I've done it. So let's explore the city together.
As soon as you arrive in Kaliningrad, you immediately notice a large number of references to the Empress Elizabeth Petrovna. The city can be easily reached by the only bus there for 100 rupees. The road will take you about 30-40 minutes without traffic jams. So guys, the first thing I did of course was to have breakfast at the cafe that I already knew. By the way, the same cafe was located next to my university, so I was coming there a lot of times, and I really advise you because the food is really good and not expensive. After the breakfast, I decided to walk to my hostel and to leave my stuff there before walking to the city center. The hostel is called Our Hostel Tolstoy, and design there is really cool, and by the way, it's located so close to the city center. From the main square, I walked there I think around 15 minutes. I will attach the link to this hostel in the video description, so take a look later.
Hostel really looks amazing. You know, I'm not a fan of this, and usually my experience wasn't so well, but here it's like an art hostel and the most famous hostel here in the city, and really absolutely advised. 2 nights cost me 1,500 rupees, so it's around $25. With this course, $20.
Later, on the way to the main attractions, I went to a local park where everything was really cozy, and I was definitely lucky with the weather because it was really sunny and warm.
Here I'm walking around and just look how strange it is. Anyway, I don't know what's my first impressions of the city. It's really strange because sometimes you see just really Austrian and Germany like houses, but then like this, like really Soviet buildings.
On the way, I saw the Museum of World Ocean and a naval center where you can see various ships. It was really interesting. There's also a museum that you can go inside, but I haven't gone there. Just want to know that I was really surprised that the street names are duplicated in English. I have not seen this in any other cities in Russia. By the way, in the city you will see that the amber is sold like almost everywhere. I think in 2 days I saw about 30 amber shops.
It's so nice and really difficult to believe that this is located in Russia.
So my review, it looks really interesting, but I strongly advise you to take a tour or at least audio guide because in fact I understood almost nothing from what is written. So, but I think it's worth it. Then it cost me $100 rupees as a student, and they haven't checked out by the way the student card. And for adults it's gonna be 250 rupees, what is about I think $3.5 more.
Now we are near the most famous spot of the city. It's Fish Village, and guys, honestly, it's so beautiful. But you see these old Soviet buildings, it's really destroyed the view because it's so old, so European, and there are these houses like down. Just oh.
It's also a pity that some German attractions were destroyed after the war, such as the castle on the site of which was built this horrible building that is hated by all the locals. Generally, almost everywhere in the city there is a combination of European and Soviet architecture, and personally, in my opinion, the Soviet grey buildings definitely spoil the view.
Now we're next to Brandenburg Gate, and here's already the Museum of Marzipan. I'm not a fan of this, so I'm not going. And now I'm going to a train station, and I want to buy tickets for tomorrow because I really want to visit one amazing place next to the sea. Well, the train station looked more beautiful. So guys, that's what happened now. I was in the bus station for around 1 hour, was trying to buy tickets to Kurshskaya Kosa. It's really unique place that located 70 kilometers from the city, but the problem is that there are only 3 buses to that place, and I had no idea about the buses back to the city. I couldn't find this in the internet. Even on the bus station, people don't know about this, and it cost me one ticket 500 rubles. What is quite a lot. And then I found the tour. I was calling to different companies, and then there are one free place to tomorrow's tour that costs for 6 hours, like full tour with the guide, 1,200 rubles. What will be like even better than just buses, and at least I know I'll come back.
I also really want to know that I saw a lot of houses along the city, many of which people live in now, that are in really destroyed state.
Hot green train, music, sunset, just amazing, guys. The guy that works in the hostel advised me this restaurant. He said it's like one of the best in the city, and I really advise you to book a table here in advance because they hardly found me a place in the evening on Thursday. So if you're going on the weekends, for sure you should go. This place is really amazing. The burger was one of the best in my life. Absolutely advise, guys, really. It cost me around 800 rubles, so it's about $12 now probably.
In the morning, I took a short walk around the city center, had a quick breakfast, and went to the Curonian Spit, and this is, by the way, how it looks from the above. The Curonian Spit is a narrow sandy strip of land between the Curonian lagoon and the Baltic Sea. It's also home to forests and sand dunes.
So guys, now I'm already on Kurshskaya Kosa, and it looks really nice, by the way, and we achieved our first stop called Dancing Forest, and I already can see that's really beautiful. I really wish I could transfer to you this amazing smell of the trees. It's so nice, guys. This place is just a must visit.
At first, the forest seems beautiful but quite ordinary. However, soon you notice that a huge number of trees are crooked. The exact causes of tree culture are unknown, but the main factors are considered to be strong winds, soil features, and sudden temperature changes. It's also possible that this was case due to the innate characteristics of trees or because of butterflies that eat the developing buds of trees.
If you take a look there, and you can see there are no trees in some point, and actually it was a big fire 5 years ago by accident, and because of the wind here, the fire destroyed around 11 hectares of trees. So what they done?
Workers cleared the area where there were burned trees and planted their new ones, and they also closed this territory for tourists so they not to destroy new trees.
And another version that our guide told us why there are so much trees, like really unusual way, it because he said when the trees were just planted around, they were about 3-5 years, some people twist them, so some trees died but some became like that. Well, also there is a point of this version.
By the way, I try to support a little bit the local market because the salaries in the city are very small. Our next stop of a tour was sand dunes, and guys, I was so impressed and I really wanted to stay there for a longer time. Almost 3 kilometers of wooden walking paths lead you to the highest dune of the Curonian Spit. This amazing place is called F's High. This is the highest point of the dune, named after the dune inspector Wilhelm Franz F., who was engaged in strengthening and planting forest of the Curonian Spit in the end of 19th century.
So guys, expectations, reality. My honest review, the view is amazing, the dunes look really impressive, but so many people, like so many people, and everybody like picture pictures, so it's like enjoy the view. I think it's impossible like from the touristic spots.
After that, I walked for about 10 minutes to reach the Baltic Sea coast, where, by the way, there were some restaurants and cafes where people can eat.
I'm in love with the view. It's amazing, and it's super windy, as you can probably hear, but sunny and really moments to remember. My really big advice to you, if you can rent a car, just do it there. It's also super beautiful, and unfortunately it's our last stop and we are coming back to Kaliningrad. And what can I say, this place, one of the best I ever seen, must see, just must see. Meeting sunrises is just the best thing. And now going to photo session.
In Russia, the TFP photo shoot format is really common. This is when photographers need new pictures for their portfolio and they shoot models for free. By the way, I want to advise you this coffee, it was really tasty.
The girl that was shooting me in the morning invited me to visit really cozy district here in the end of the city. I took a tram number 5 and I was driving, I think, for 30 minutes, and here I came. And this district is really famous because all houses here like in German style. And yeah guys, super advise you to visit, even though I think it might not be really interesting for you if you live in Europe, but in Moscow I never can see the houses like that, so yeah, for me it was really interesting to walk here.
Good morning, sun. How are you? Skies above. Gee, it's great to be alive in love. Good morning, sun. Good morning, sun. Good morning, life.
By the way, what you need to know about Russians, that even though we don't smile all the time, but when you start speaking to people and you are really smiling to them, they will smile back. For example, when I came to the tram, I asked a girl who was selling ticket there, like, it was a granny and she looked so strict, and I was like, excuse me, I want to visit like this district with German houses, and she was like, okay, yeah, and she started smiling immediately and like became like an angel, and she started talking, okay, just sit there, enjoy your view, I will come to you and show you when you need to go when we come to there. Like, isn't it nice?
The last thing that I want to draw your attention to is Komsomolska Street, where my hostel was located. Almost all the buildings on the street are very old and beautiful, and also are being protected by the state. By the way, excursions I often have that. For example, yesterday when I was eating next to my hostel, there was a tour around the building, and yes, it was a little bit awkward. And another cafe that I won't advise you. It was really delicious and not expensive. So friends, this is all what I wanted to show you about my trip to Kaliningrad. I still have conflicting feelings about the city, and to be honest, I kept thinking that if the city had not become a part of Soviet Union, it would be much more beautiful now, but nevertheless I still advise you to visit Kaliningrad to see this combination of Soviet Union in Europe and the Curonian speed to enjoy the beautiful views from there. Thanks for watching this video until very end, and if you like it, don't forget to push the like button. And if you enjoy watching my content, subscribe to my channel and let's travel the world together.